When I started, Jones Street was the actual location that I reported to. It was a plant that I think it was built in the early 1900s. You could follow kind of the growth of Omaha with the North Omaha station especially. North Omaha 1 started in 1954. And so seeing the growth of the city, the growth of OPPD with those generating facilities.
Fort Calhoun went into service in '73. It's kind of fun being around a nuclear plant and all the stuff associated with it.
We built Nebraska City Unit 1. It was a much larger unit than the North Omaha units and really gave us a lot of capacity to serve our customer base.
Our load was growing somewhere between 5 and 7% a year. Omaha kept growing and expanding, and you had a lot of suburbs, so you had to build substations out in those areas.
All the way into now where we're looking at renewables and solar power and wind generation to supplement all the other baseload generation that we have. So
actually, I think probably my favorite part of my whole career with OPPD was the wonderful people that I worked with. We all felt like family.
We had a lot of different skill sets of people who were dedicated to the job, and we had great craftsmen who worked on the turbines, many kinds of skilled craft.
I was hired as a key punch operator in 1967, and we key punched all the information for the entire district. It was all the corporate information and then the cards, and then we would actually take them into the computer room and they would process them. I just read manuals, and I would I would get PC magazines. There weren't too much for PC magazines back then, but I would get those and read all those. We started installing computers. I pretty much taught myself. It was self-learned. I thought that, gee, this company engineers, they're not going to want to listen to me, but it worked out really well. I felt personally myself that everybody always was so good to me.
Relationships count, and you need to have relationships to make things work. Probably the hardest days of being in electric ops was the 1997 storm. I worked 222 hours in 11 days.
All up and down the line. We had great people that, again, were dedicated, committed to the goal of keeping plants online or at least available, who were there at a moment's notice or around the clock, and had the skill and the determination to make that happen.
And we had the expectation, this is the career you chose. This is what our job is. Our job is to get the customer back in as soon as we can get them back in.
Actually, we had everybody in the company, I think, answering for calls, but that was a lot of work.
I was called out to assist the crews in locating where wires might be down, where trees might be in the way. I went to a neighborhood that one person told me, said, look, buddy, my neighbors were out just like me. Their lights came back on. We're right across the street. My lights aren't back on. What are you going to do about it? I would be frustrated too.
And rightfully so. There were people that were wanting to talk, and but a lot of people brought hot chocolate and cookies. And one neat thing about it is we only had one person get hurt. But he didn't get hurt real bad. But here we had all of this damage, all of this trouble in a dangerous situation. And our safety program and our employees' conscientiousness kept them safe.
Working at OPPD is truly an honor, I think. I really feel like it's an honor. I felt like I was the luckiest person in the world to work for a company like that. I really did.
It's easy to say I mostly miss the people, but I actually miss the work also. I really enjoyed working in system protection because you got to know everybody in the company, all the different areas of the company, a great satisfaction to solve a problem now and then.
The opportunities to do different things, the people were a big part of that as well. They were all great to work with, so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the camaraderie we had there. So.